jazz. So it's been a few months since I've done a video driving around. I think the car's been on the road now for about 6 months, roughly 6 months. Seems pretty good. I did a vlog about like how it's getting on, and basically the only thing that's gone wrong with the car is the gear cables kind of melted from the exhaust manifold, but since we put a heat shield on them, they've been spot on. Unfortunately it's piss wet through the rain today, so it's not the best day for a drive, but I am on a little drive because I'm going to pick up a part for the Jazz. About 30-40 mile away, so it's rare you find something for sale up these parts of the world, but for once I have. So we're going to go and pick that up, fire the petrol station, get some fuel in the car, and then with a bit of luck, if the rain stops, I'll chuck the camera on the side, well inside, not outside, and drive about and do some VTECs, some hard VTECs. It's running pretty well, the car itself. Keep getting an ECU light on and off, but the part I'm going to pick up, that'll actually stop that. That won't ever happen again, because I can switch the lambda off, the secondary lambda off, so that's good. So yeah, so let's go get some fuel, and then with a bit of luck, it does look a bit brighter over in the northeast of the UK, so hopefully it is. It's not the longest the drives I've got, but the roads are a bit daft, and don't get me started on potholes. Potholes are mental. I don't know what it's like where you lot are, if you're watching this at any other part of the UK, but all the roads I drive to work and back are shocking. I mean, absolutely shocking. You've got to pass an annual test every year for your car. They don't have to pass one for the roads. If the roads knacker your car fails an MOT. It's not your car that's at fault, it's the road that's at fault. But I don't know, do the council need an MOT on the tarmacking skills? I don't know. I'm not saying they do, they probably don't have the money for it, but whatever. But fix the bloody potholes, man. I'm sick of having problems. Got up to learn to drive, so I'll knock this off now. Right, it's the time we turned off this. Head on to the A68 up to Castleside. And that's where we're going. A while since I've driven this road, so it should be fun. Sure, that's my pal's old car. If you're watching this, Jamie, was that your old Porsche? Oh, there we go, wagon already, wicked. Yeah, so just past Mel, roughly about 11 miles to go. Not the worst drive I've ever had, so just the weather's a bit poor as normal. This is like, for those of you that watch this in America, because I know there's some people in America watch these videos on this Jazz, this is typical weather up north in England. Typical. Even summertime this could be like this. I mean, my dashboard's saying 23 degrees, it's not, it's probably 9 or something, 9 or 10 maybe. Yeah, 10. So this is normally what we get. Summertime we maybe get about 16 or 17, probably have maybe 16 average, quite wet. So yeah, it's one of those struggles driving a front wheel drive car in the rain constantly. So for those like couple of days where you get some nice weather and you can actually put some traction down, it's lovely. I haven't experienced that in this Jazz yet because it's, well, sort of October when we finished it. We've been through winter. I think I've had one dry day since then and I was in work, so it didn't really count. Right, so there's a crawler lane up here, so we'll get past this wagon and then we'll head on to this amazing A68. It's really useless information, but I'm actually from round here originally, not far from here anyway. It's like going home from my other home. That's a really cool Polo coupe here. Which way is that going? Oh no. Oh, it's not, it's a Passat. Even cooler. Square headlights. Shame I didn't catch that on footage. Let's go for some VTECs then, yo. Wheel spin, yo, never mind VTEC. Honestly, it pins you back in your seat like them memes from years ago. It doesn't, it really doesn't. Still, it's pretty good. And you can can accelerate up gradient hills in 6 like it's nothing. So my favourite thing about this car is how lightweight it is. Power to weight, it's just phenomenal. If any of you are as old as I am, and you ever had an XE Nova, you know what I mean. This is exactly the same, similar sort of thing, probably similar power to weight. Maybe this is a little bit less actually, but I think Novas weighed around 700 kilos or 750, something like that. 150 horsepower, 160 horsepower. These weigh about a ton, so I feel like a fraction under a ton. It's about 207 horsepower, so it's probably not much different really. Great fun though. This is a much better car than a Nova all day long, although I'd rather have a Nova because they'd be worth millions. Oh, here we go, wagon turning off, so let's do some more hard VTECs. Second gear sounds good. Let's go for it up this hill. Wheel spin. Easy third gear wheel spin there. So yeah, KPRO V4. That's what we've been to get on our little road trip to the northeast. It's boxed. Apparently it's never been used before. I don't really care to be honest, but these have come up probably around 300 quid more than the one I bought in the Civic when I bought it about 3 years ago. So they've gone up massively. So yeah, so when I found this one just down the road, I thought I'll just go and get it. I don't have to worry about it. So this is going to go on the Jazz. This is going to do us for everything we need to do in the future, that car ever. So I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'd like to put individual throttle bodies on it, but quite a lot of money. Are the gains worth it? Don't know. I will change inlet manifold in the meantime. We're either looking at the RRC inlet or the RBC. I don't really know what the difference is between them. It's about £100. Apparently the RRC has a minor bit more mid-range. I don't know. I'll have to do a bit more reading before I decide which one to buy. So this will get fitted in the meantime. I will just run it on the standard K20 A2 file, basically like the car does now, but I'll switch off the secondary lambda and I'll switch off the idle air assist and a couple of the things I can get rid of. I'll do that. I'll lower the VTEC a fraction and then that'll do for now. Obviously when I change the inlet manifold and the exhaust is done, then we can actually take it back and give it a tune and see what it does. If I buy a wideband lambda for it, or if I can find one that doesn't need a gauge to run, if I can find one that you can just wire straight to the ECU, so it just reads to the ECU, so I don't have to have a separate display, because I don't really want that anyway. If I can find that sort of thing, I'd probably get that, fit that as well, and then we can just do a bit of road tuning with it instead, and then put it on the dyno just to make sure, just because road tuning is fun, and we didn't do too badly with the Civic. So yeah, so there you go. That's the end of my little road trip in the Jazz. Quite enjoyed my little drive out. The way back was a lot better than the way there, to be fair, because there was less traffic, but it was still a good bit of fun in the car. So yeah, see you next time.